Hundreds coming together today to pay their respects to Pope Francis, who died at the age of 88. A special mass was held at St Andrew's Church in Glasgow after the Vatican confirmed that he had passed away. Pope Francis never made it to Scotland, having to cancel a trip in 2021 due to ill health.
I was very sad that he didn't come. I was really looking forward to his visit. But I understand why it didn't happen at that time. He just wasn't able, he just wasn't mobile. And what was going to be a simple visit originally, just coming along and giving a talk, started to grow legs and wings. You know, I'm told the Queen wanted to see him when he came, and of course he couldn't just come and give a talk. He'd have to meet up with the local Christian community, and then people think, oh, interfaith leaders. It became such a big thing, and way beyond that. Sadly, it was disappointing that he couldn't come. From our point of view, we'd have loved to have him in Scotland.
Did you meet him at all?
Yes, indeed, I did, and that'll be one of my great memories. A few years ago, back in 2018, all the Scottish bishops went out to Rome, and we met with the Pope. There were only 10 of us there, sitting round in a circle with the Pope, and he said, you know, talk about anything you want, ask me any questions you want. If you want to criticise me, go ahead here, but not outside. And we had a lovely time. We must have been there for an hour and a half, just chatting to the Pope. Really wonderful.
Pope Francis' death came only a day after he appeared in St Peter's Square to wish Happy Easter to thousands of worshippers. Many braved the rain in Glasgow today to make the Mass and had their own thoughts on the Pontiff.
I actually had the chance of seeing him in Rome, so I'm blessed that I've actually seen him. I got to see him in Rome.
When was that?
That was 2 years ago. I took my mum for her 70th birthday, and it was just so...
What was it like?
Oh, it was amazing. Brought tears. We were crying. It was.
We're going to miss him because he wasn't selective in who he wanted us all to care for in this world. You know, he basically wanted everybody to be, and more so the marginalised, the people who had very little. It was more for them, and there's a lot of people currently who are not for them. And that's a concern, it's a worry, but we'll leave it to God.
Scottish Labour leader Anna Sarwar was also there and was asked what Pope Francis will be remembered for.
He was a man that was loved and respected by all faiths and none. He, in his last message, was talking about peace and the importance of recognising people of all faiths and none and looking out for those less fortunate. That's something I think all of us can learn from, and the world will be a much better, safer place if we could all live a bit more of Pope Francis. So I think those fundamental values of dignity and peace will be his lasting legacy.
Well, the service here at St Andrew's Cathedral in Glasgow is well underway as people come to pay their respects to Pope Francis, who died today at the age of 88. But what will be his legacy?
He declared a few years ago a year of mercy, and the mercy of God was something that was very important to him and something that he wanted us all to preach, and of course not just preach it but also to imitate and show mercy to each other. So that was really something. And of course this year we have this Holy Year, and the theme is Pilgrims of Hope. And hope was another thing that the church is there to bring hope to people. And the hope is, of course, you remind them of God's great love for them and God's love for them. That should give people hope to endure the problems and the difficulties they face.
Over in Edinburgh, a Mass was also being held at St Mary's in the capital.
Remember your servant Francis, whom you have called from this world to yourself. Grant that he who was united with your Son in a death like his may also be one with him in his resurrection.
First Minister John Swinney attended the Mass to pay his respects.
I think the Holy Father was such a beacon for justice in the world. He was always on the side of the poor. He stood up for those who were oppressed, and he was a powerful voice on spiritual issues and on social and international issues. Pope Francis delivered such distinguished leadership across so many issues. He has been a powerful voice for the poor, for the oppressed, a powerful voice for justice, and that will be his legacy.
9 days of official mourning will now take place, with the burial likely to happen between the 4th and 6th day after his death. Pope Francis' body will lie in state at St Peter's Basilica for people to come and pay their respects, and he will finally be laid to rest in Rome's St Mary Major Basilica.